Hello, YouTube. Slothalopolis here, aka Flopalopolis, when I'm queuing in ranked, and I am with the Average Gamer guys, and today is a Rocket League holiday. You can see we are finally getting our painted cars for each team. I can finally start matching way too hard, spend way too much time on this, but this is stuff that is going to be really, really cool. There is a lot to unpack in this update. You can see here there's quality of life stuff, there's crate stacking, item sorting, item filtering, item favoriting. There's all kinds of stuff. There's just so much to go over. It's absolutely bananas. I'm just gonna go ahead and like my nippers because it's all about the nips. You got to go hard with the nips. There's all kinds of sorting here about when you got the items. The filtering as far as your quality like we could have before, but also your favorites and things like that. It's super great. It's very streamlined. I think this looks very slick. It's really cool to see. So I can actually look and see what was that last item I got. I didn't even see it. I don't even remember. I can go ahead and go to the last item and do all that stuff. So that'd be really nice to clear out all that new stuff that we get when you have those big inventories. So the headline on this is the tournament mode and being able to create your own tournaments and do all this stuff. It's really interesting. You want to do a snow day 1v1 rumble set that's only grand champs from the Middle East, you can do that. You can do all these kind of crazy things. Really cool. We will see here a little bit later on, maybe a little buggy here at first, maybe a little problems that we're running into right up front, but we'll get everything ironed out. I'm quite sure, but I'm really excited for this. I was not able to actually join a tournament. I'll have some play later where I'm just kind of sitting in training, waiting for the tournament to start, and it never starts. But probably a lot of server load right now with everybody downloading and everybody doing all that anyway. But it's really cool. You can see here on the left, you've got your rumble matches, you've got your standard matches, the basketball, the drop shot, and the snow day stuff all show up there as well. You can check out the servers, you can check out the regions, you can check out all the mutator settings, if any, and all that stuff. So this is something that I think has a ton of potential. You have up to 128 teams vying for control of each and every tournament if you so choose. So the lowest number you can select is 8 in a tournament, and then the highest is 128, which is just absolutely bananas. That's super cool. Uh, it is worth noting that they did clarify in twos and threes and stuff. You have to be in a party and then register within that party to go ahead and register as a team. Now, a lot of things that I think are getting not necessarily swept under the rug, but just shadowed a little bit here because all this other stuff is really cool. There's just so much more information that we have at our fingertips, basically. So a lot of user interface stuff. We have gameplay options. That's team quick chat, team, all that stuff for the chat that we can see. The client send and server send rates we can tweak. Now this is going to be really important on PC, being that packet is tied to frame rate. So if you have a really high frame rate in your build, but your internet is not fantastic, you are kind of screwing yourself over a little bit. So we can kind of take a little bit more control of that, which I think is great. Camera options, we can have presets now. We can change the intensity of our controller vibration. We can change the nameplate scale and see always visible and all that stuff. There's actually a lot of different options in the audio that I didn't even go over right here. But the match notifications, I think, is something that a lot of people are going to like. You can turn off whether or not you are seeing things like 30 seconds remaining or 3-2-1 for the kickoff, things like that. You can turn that stuff on and off. I know that frustrates a lot of people. It's never really bothered me, but it's awesome that we have just so many customization options. We can't go wrong with that, and it's just super great. So the more control and the more customization we get with these kind of things is really cool. So when you sign up for a tournament, you will see in the top right of the screen you will get a timer, because the tournament will show it starts at 3:15 p.m. In this particular case. So I queue up for that, and it gives you a timer on when that tournament is going to start, and then you can kind of just hang out and play around in ranked, in casual or in your tournaments. lobby screen or just in training like this and getting ready. That is all fine and dandy. However, there is an issue here where it says they're generating the tournament and then joining round. I've not been able to get into a tournament. This is what's been happening to me. So it just continues to roll on joining round one over and over and over, and a little frustrating. But definitely don't take it to heart. I'm sure all that stuff will get sorted out in the end. Now, it is worth noting that there's a lot of stuff to unpack here. I'm going to link the patch notes down below, but just to kind of run through some stuff, I don't want to read everything off to you. I'm sure you do know how to read, but I'm just going to run some things off. There's a lot of different customization options as far as like flags and things like that. So we have a bunch of different country flags. The Triumph crate is here. We got all of Monster Cat Volume 2, and that stuff is available in games as well as just training or just the lobby, and so on and so forth. We've got a bunch of different Monster Cat flags and stuff as well. All the tournaments are up. Cross-platform tournaments are a thing as well. I think I forgot to mention, but I did show that earlier. The entry-based levels, all of the quality connection status stuff. So we can see if we have a high latency, a latency variance, packet loss, server health, etc., etc. They have implemented chat bans as per this update. All the quality of life stuff, the favoriting items, item stacking, sorted by date and acquired, and the different car bodies per team, all the interface stuff that I went over just a few moments ago. We have Aquadome and Starbase Arc returning to the map rotation, which I think is a very good idea. The extended color palette, which I think is super cool. I'm going to go ahead and show that down below because we finally have purple. Yay! Something I think is cool for our Steam friends is Spotify integration. We can go ahead and pull Spotify in to our game and do all the stuff there. And the enhanced crowd audio is super great. It uses the same logic as the director mode in the spectator version of the game. If you're watching somebody play a match, it uses the same logic to say things are slowly building up, tension's building, the crowd is getting louder and louder instead of just yelling when we get a save. So a lot of stuff for the Nintendo Switch, including video capture and all that stuff, and then a ton of bug fixes and the fix for the certifiable achievement. So really, those are the big things there. It's a quick list to go through, but there's so much to unpack. There's so much to do there, and I am really, really happy. I know I feel like we say this just about every time, but this feels like one of our bigger updates. Just getting the tournament update or the tournament mode and doing all that and just adding all this stuff in here as far as quality of life and customization, it's just super, super great. So I am super pumped. Go ahead, get it downloaded. It's about 5 gigs, at least it was on my Xbox, and get in and get playing, and maybe we'll see you in the tourneys. So I am Slavolopoulos for the Average Gamer Guys. For myself and Doc, we will see you next time.